Alright, we're back with some Final Fantasy content. I was finishing up a workout and some information dropped and I had to hop on and make a video real quick, so we're looking a little rough. Doesn't matter. So for a while now, Magic the Gathering, the card game, has been doing collabs with other IPs like Fallout, for example, Lord of the Rings, The Walking Dead, and probably many others that I'm not aware of. And I've known for a while now that they're going to be doing that with Final Fantasy since, like, I think last year. I wanted to make a video about it at some point. I kept putting that off, and here we are like a year or so later, and we're going to be getting some information tomorrow for that. So the Final Fantasy account dropped this tweet 10 minutes ago as I'm recording that says, tomorrow, Wizards Magic, which is Wizards of the Coast that makes Magic the Gathering, shares more about next year's Magic the Gathering X Final Fantasy release. Today we bring you a sneak peek at a mage of the Gestalian Empire, one of Final Fantasy's greatest villains, Kefka Palazzo. And here we have, of course, a pretty badass picture of Kefka, one of the most iconic villains in all of Final Fantasy. And that art right there will be the art of a card. I don't know if there's going to be one Kefka card, multiple Kefka cards, but I got to give him a little bit of props, too, for not doing FF7, just because, at least for this promotional thing, there'll probably be FF7 cards, I'm sure. But it'd be so easy for this to just be like art of like Cloud or Sephiroth, just to generate some hype and some buzz, right? Kefka's very, very popular. Final Fantasy VI is very, very popular, but obviously FF7's like really easy to generate hype. Naturally, though, that's what I'm most interested in is the FF7 cards. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but I do collect some cards. Like, I did buy a couple like of the Lord of the Rings cards. I meant to buy some Fallout cards, some Walking Dead cards. I never did. And I bought some older Magic the Gathering cards from when I played back in the day, just for like nostalgic purposes. But in terms of cards that I buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's what I play. I play older format Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't even play modern Yu-Gi-Oh. So I don't really like, play TCG too much other than older formats. But I'm going to buy this because it is Final Fantasy. But I do want to see what they do with FF7 and of course some of the other Final Fantasies that I'm a big fan of, like Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy IX. Also, I'll buy some 8 cards. I'll buy some 12 cards. We'll see what happens. So the tweet that the Final Fantasy account quote tweeted from the Magic the Gathering account says, tomorrow we bring you a glimpse into the foundation of Magic's next era from the monostage of MC Vegas. We'll be live messaging the panel here at 1 p.m. PST with the VOD being available on our YouTube later in the day. I'll be honest, their tweet's a little confusing because they do say they'll be live messaging the panel here. So does that mean they're going to be live streaming on Twitter? Or are they going to be live streaming on YouTube? They do say their VOD will be up on YouTube at a later point, but I don't exactly know how you can watch this. Maybe you got to watch it on fucking Twitter of all things. Honestly, I'm excited for this because I want to know if they're going to do something pretty cool with the Final Fantasy collab. Because for one, Final Fantasy's been around for 30 plus years, right? There's like fucking 16 numbered entries, several sequels and spin-offs and compilations and all kinds of random shit in the Final Fantasy series. So there's so many things they could pull from to make cards. And I'm here to collect some Final Fantasy cards. I collect a lot of the Final Fantasy card game, though I've never played the game. I couldn't even tell you a goddamn thing you can do in the card game. I don't even understand it. Never looked at the rules. I just collect the cards that I like that look cool. Cool art of characters. I'm really interested to see what they do with FF7, right? What's the Cloud card going to look like? Maybe there's more than one Cloud card. I don't know. What's the Sephiroth card look like? My boy Zach, how many cards is he going to have? He better have the most. Zach better have like 20 different fucking cards. I don't care about anything else. My cousin have kind of talked about this too because he collects cards and we've talked about, this upcoming Final Fantasy collab. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did something similar to the Lord of the Rings collab where they made a one-of-one printing of, like, the One Ring, right? You might have heard of this even if you don't keep up with Magic the Gathering because a guy pulled it and sold it to Post Malone for, like, a couple $1 million or some shit. I think they could do something cool with that if they wanted to with the Final Fantasy series. You could do it specifically with FF7 with the white materia and black materia, right? Those are just individual materials created by the planet. There's only one of each, right? So you could do something like that. There'd be one-of-one. There'd be 2 cards that are one-of-one in the set, but you could do that. And I'm sure you could do something kind of similar with other Final Fantasy games in the series, but it just makes a lot of sense to have this kind of chase card, because there's a lot of hype around that Lord of the Rings collab because of that one card. There's only one printing of it. Everybody's trying to pull it because it's going to be worth shit ton of money. Obviously, it's worth millions of dollars to Post Malone, right? So it's just one of those things that it really sells the set. Even though it's Final Fantasy, which is a popular series, if you put in these cards that there's only one printing of, a lot of people that don't even play the fucking card game are going to go buy packs and shit, right? Pretty much it for the video. I just want to kind of cover this. It's a news video about upcoming news for tomorrow, right? We're here to look at it. Whatever they show tomorrow for the Final Fantasy collab, the cards that they reveal, we'll look at them, we'll talk about them, we'll discuss them. I don't know shit about like modern Magic the Gathering, but I did play it quite a bit back in the day, like early 2000s, 13, 14, 15 years old, whatever. Played it quite a bit, only at home, never went to like tournaments or anything like that. It was never to that degree, but me and the boys played the fuck out of it back in the day. Anyways, we'll be here tomorrow. That's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Search works in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, _YT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain or leave it like Cobain.